Good evening, everyone. Not ready to get this thing going. I'm doing something a little different this week. Instead of doing Portal 2 like I'd originally planned, I'd been playing around with a lot of new games or old games to stream, and I think I'm going to start doing on Mondays, just kind of dealing with random games from my backlog, miscellaneous games I've picked up along the way, just sort of a miscellaneous Monday kind of thing. Game I wanted to do today, just to step away from Portal 2 for a little bit, is called Conundrum. It's a spiritual successor to Portal, as it were, actually made by some of the original Portal people. I was just poking around looking for other games to play. I played some of this a long time ago, shortly after it came out. And it's been so long since I've played it, I've completely forgotten how, so it's a good chance to start over. Voiced by the lovely and talented John Delancey. And I'm just going to wipe out all of my progress because Lord only knows where I left off.
Once upon a time. That's how these things usually start.
And we'll just go from there.
A sister took pity on her brilliant, prolific, and incredible brother. She had somehow gotten it in her head that he might be lonely, or at least that's what she claims. And so, on a perfectly fine, productive Friday afternoon, the sister picked up her son from the Elwood Academy for Boys and dropped the aggravating child off on the brother's doorstep. Now the boy, had visited Quadrangle Manor on a few occasions. Each time was complete with a grand entrance from the brother, who was in fact a professor and inventor with a profound and soaring intellect. With each visit, the inventions he exhibited became more slick and cutting edge. The boy eagerly awaited the revealing of the professor's latest contrivance, but this, the most captivating of visits, started a bit differently. Well, let's see here. If I configure the transdimensional velocity regulator at approximately 0.887 microseconds past the... Oh, you're here? I have the most incredible invention to show you this visit. Unfortunately, I'm a bit indisposed at the moment. If you take your luggage into the foyer, I will join you as soon as I can. Oh, you confounded machine. What was that? Oh, good. There should be a safety release for the door up there somewhere. Now, where on earth did I put that?
What I remember not liking about the game were all the extended walks between levels.
I'd forgotten. You're not particularly tall, are you? You should be able to use your luggage to give you an extra boost. Wait a minute. Something isn't quite right here. Oh, no, 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 no! Ah!
Well, that's bad. What the hell did he do with my luggage?
Wait, what just happened? I'm not entirely sure where I am right now. The security uplink on my watch still seems to work, so I can see you and... Hello? You can hear me, right? Jump around a bit if you can. Ah! It seems as if I can still tap into the intercom system. Well, I most certainly can do better than this. Testing, 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 testing! There. Ha! Much better. Now, What in the world are you doing here? Were you supposed to be here today? No matter. Well, judging from the current underwhelming amount of light in this room, we're still on backup power. My head is killing me. It seems as though I now possess a rather large epidural hematoma. A bump on the head. Do me and yourself a favor and head to the front hall. There's a way to restart the power grid.
And another irritating thing about the game, when you tab out, not only do you lose audio, but you also, well, it goes back to the menu. I guess that's kind of nice, pardon me, in that it pauses the game for you, but it's one of those pet peeves of mine.
Last I remember, I was in the new technology sector, and then... I don't know. I do think the failsafe was tripped accidentally. Unfortunately, the front door will remain in lockdown until you can restore the power.
This dude's house is enormous.
If you head over to my office over on the left, you should be able to restart the manor's power grid.
This cat's kind of freaky looking, too. And who stores their books like that? I mean, hey, let's get all our books and stick a belt around them.
Throw that switch there. It should be the one.
Do I even want to know what's on those videotapes? Probably not. Do a level select.
Well, that wasn't as effective as I'd hoped. You'll have to reactivate the generators in each sector in order to lift the current lockdown.
Naturally.
Just take the glove in the box with you. I
Isn't
wish
that
you
a
could see my facial
Nintendo
expression
Power
right
Glove?
now, as I am not pleased. What you are holding is an early prototype of the interdimensional ship device, or IDS device for short. It's one piece of my latest invention that should come in handy. Get it? You know, because it's a glove.
Okay. Is there anything back out here?
If you can access the generator at the back of each wing, we might be able to lift the lockdown on the rest of the house. It seems as if the breaker did unlock the blue wing. Well, I suppose you should start there first. There's something I must tell you. My latest invention has required me to make a few adjustments to the house
That
since
is
the
a
last
very
time you
long
barged in.
dog.
I mean, visited. Now, one of the topics that our family has been studying for several generations are rifts, existing between various dimensions. I've been able to develop a power source that will channel enough energy into one of these dimensional rifts that it can be widened enough to travel through.
I want the jetpack. And I'm going to break all your furniture.
The glove controls the power source, which allows you to travel to whichever dimension has rifts in the area.
Hey, these books aren't held by a belt.
You won't have control over the ability to switch dimensions yet. Just be patient. This door is using one of my inventions, the repetitive, periodic, articulating gruidae. Or a drinking bird, except it's far more advanced. Well, because your glove is an early prototype, it has a few limitations in terms of dimension accessibility.
That is an ugly
and
cat.
the distance it can be from a receptacle in order to function.
See, I've done all this walking and still haven't done any
This
game.
is such an early experiment with dimensional shifting, so I decided to have it triggered remotely with the drinking bird. Instead of operating a door, the bird will trigger a dimensional shift. There's an IDS battery in the machine that will power the dimensions, which in this case is Fluffy Dimension. In addition to Fluffy being embarrassingly adorable, it's also rather useful because everything is 10 times lighter than normal. Though that looks like a regular scale, it is in fact a portable kinetic mass-to-electricity converter.
I remember just enough of this game.
There's that lovely bird again. Sometimes I call him Desmond. Something to note. Since you're holding a version of the IDS device, you, in fact, are not the you in an alternate dimension. Let me try that again. You remain constant, so no matter the dimension, your mass, shape, speed, and trying personality remain the same.
Alright, so clearly I've got to get the safe on that. But I can't get that door open unless I can lift the safe. And I can't lift the safe unless the dimension becomes fluffy. Oh, that's what it is. I've got to plug in the battery there. Oops. Too far away. There's the no crouch button. Uh-oh. I need to look. Is there a crouch button? I guess not. I don't know that I actually need to bring this in here, but better safe than sorry. I guess I'm beyond
You
the
should
zone.
throw that IDS battery into the receptacle mounted on the wall. That receptacle will distribute the power source around the room, allowing you to now use your IDS device to switch dimensions at your leisure.
Oh, that's nice. No more birds.
As I mentioned, dimensional rifts in the manor are magnified by the stabilizing energy from the IDS receptacle and batteries. This is what enables you to slip between dimensions when you're wearing the IDS glove. Ah, that's Dolly. Dynamic Object Linear Ligation Interface. To you, a cloning device. I like my house just so. So I decided to add functionality to her to keep everything consistent. I'll need to tune that later.
I like the way it barfs out things.
These are my own particular hybrid beams of carbon dioxide and neodymium doped yttrium aluminum garnet lasers using an alternating ray configuration. Gives them an extra kick.
Well, at least they turn off. That's good. Ha! Can't believe I hit that on the first try.
Unfortunately, the breaking of this glass is a necessary evil. Don't take that as permission to do it elsewhere.
If it did that, there must be a reason for that door. Oh, the door is so I can get back up when I fall down there. Okay. All that did was shut the door.
Ah, just letting you know that you reset the glass. Thank you.
That was kind of counterintuitive. I mean, I knew it would have fired off the fluffy dimension, but I wouldn't have thought it would reset the glass.
Oh, that creature there is an interdimensional kinetic entity, or Ike.
So all of those shut when I fluffy dimension it. I have to get something down here to open it up. Alright, easy enough. My aim didn't suck. Damn it.
Stop for a minute and take a look at the painting. The machine I referred to as Dolly started out as a simple metal forge that had been in the family since medieval times. The original quadrangle suit of armor was actually constructed in this very forge.
Torturing cats now?
In case you're wondering, you turned on the fan. Please say that you don't need me to explain that to you. That's where that got to. That is a botched experiment of mine called the awkward noise generator. There's got to be more around here somewhere.
I guess I don't actually need to go out there.
Standard issue conveyor belts. So much easier than carrying things yourself. So I haven't discussed my location a whole lot, but it seems as if I'm in some sort of limbo. I think I may explore a bit and see what turns up.
How big is this freaking house?
You, sir, are a degenerate.
And your point is? And once again, we have the auto pause feature. Thank you very much. Just because I need to adjust something outside of the game. Go there, but I don't think I can stand on it from there. Oh, maybe I can. Very strong fan. Where's a fan that strong, you'd think it would suck me into it. The urge to hit E for the use key is very high. I didn't make it high enough.
This room often gets rather sweltering in the summertime. Air circulation is very important.
Let's see, I need to go like straight up, don't I? I must be on the 85th floor by now. Oh, that's a long way down. Probably all 85 floors.
The physicality of that still completely baffles me.
Nope, missed it. By that much. There we go. Bye, saves. And then the long-ass walk between levels.
This is one of the animals that Dolly cloned to rather, well, intriguing results.
That is a long-ass
Thus was produced
dog.
The world's first and only fully elastic dog. I named her Angstrom.
Of course you did. Is this control panel like 8 feet off the wall, or am I only 3 feet tall?
Ah, you've moved on to a part of the manor where another type of dimensional rift is accessible. This is the Gravid Wolfram dimension, or Heavy for short. This dimension is in direct opposition to the Fluffy dimension and will make things 10 times heavier.
I hate those bird things. Lovely. I didn't realize it was gonna fizzle my boxes.
Now just imagine how long it took me to lay all that out. Be careful. might help you, but I've honestly forgotten which dolly is hooked up to which power converter.
Man. Well, clearly I needed this one. Man, I can't stand on the box. That does me no good. Right, so try that one and that one. Nope. Still nothing. Alright, I must be missing one in somewhere. What am I missing? Can't just jump up there. Can't stand on the box. But I can jump from up here. Okay. Now, short of tracing where every one of these goes, it's just trial and error to figure out which one is which. Until I get the 3 along this wall stacked. Naturally, it would be the 3rd one. But I'm going to wait for the next cycle because I don't want the lasers to hit me. keep trying to hit E.
Some dimensions are tightly bound together, like the one we're in right now, and also the fluffy and heavy dimensions.
Ugly cats, ugly fish.
That red battery will provide enough energy to enable the IDS device to widen the heavy dimension rifts in this area. It appears this dolly got stuck on an infinite loop. How unfortunate.
Huh. It breaks the glass and stops shooting. Because I'm a vandal like that. I'm never going to stop hitting the E button.
Seems to be a large expanse of piles and pits filled with various random objects. No, not where you are. Here, in this confounded place. Are those hard candies? They're a little fuzzy. Ugh. Pleasant. Nice job. No, not really. With the increased density and higher melting points of items in heavy dimension, quadrangle laser beams are rendered rather ineffectual.
I see what I gotta do there. I've gotta let it shave them down one at a time. And I missed.
Like most things in life, timing is key.
Yeah. Damn it. It's the back and forth motion that's getting me.
I came across Ike some time ago, and he decided to follow me back to the manor.
Screw your window.
I I believe Ike stole these and hid them at one point. He's rather fond of shiny objects.
All right, where am I going now?
Not half bad. This was once the family cat, Lord Widget Pompadour Fluffington IV, or Widget the First.
It is an ugly-ass cat. I like cats, but I don't like the flat-faced cats.
Note that if you disrupt the blue beam, it should deactivate something. I'm not entirely sure how many BEDs of radiation that emits. Hope you're not looking to have children later.
No, not at all. What would happen if I walked into that? Well, it disrupts it. But I can't bring the box in here because that fan would blow it away. Give me that.
Apparently this unit needs a little bit of work.
I do not remember there being boxes. I thought they were all safes. That's just this door. That does nothing. I've got to test this before I do it, because if I do it wrong, I'm going to trap myself. so it does open the door. That's all I needed to know.
So, don't tell Mike, but that painting really unnerves me. He looks like he has the head of a bat on a teddy bear with eyes that sear my soul. I keep wanting to take it down, but he won't let me. This place is truly fascinating. That, combined with the fact that I have no clue how I was transported here, is certainly puzzling. It's mostly dark. Well, maybe not dark. Sort of twilight. I'm fairly certain Desmond there will come in rather handy.
All right, what do we have? We have a third button. That was a long way to go just for that puzzle. That was very unnerving. Is this just another make steps out of it? It's kind of disappointing, really. I've already had one of these. Not too long ago, in fact. This has the added benefit of needing to pick one up and bring it with you. And one moment as I pause the game again. apologize. My backup internet is having issues, which is causing local network problems for me. It'll be just a moment.